$200,000 wired to her account for a website she built in her spare time from a $200 domain in a niche so boring most people wouldn't even click on it. No investors, no business partner, no LLC with 20 people on the cap table. Just her, a laptop, and 4 years of quiet, consistent work that nobody around her knew anything about. She didn't post about it. She didn't talk about it. She didn't even tell her closest friends what she was building. And the day the wire cleared, she still didn't say a word. That's who we study on this show. I'm Paul M. Barber. This is the Silent Webmaster. And by the end of this episode, you are going to understand something that most people who talk about making money online never figure out. These are not side hustles. These are assets. If this is your first time here, let me bring you up to speed fast. Episode 1. A woman runs a food blog that nobody has ever seen her face on. 620,000 monthly visitors, $44,000 a month, all from Google traffic she owns. No social media, no brand deals, just content and a Mediavine ad account. Episode 2. A man built 50-plus niche websites, 50, using AI to write the content, NANN to automate the pipeline, Pinterest to drive the traffic, and WordPress to host it all. He runs the whole operation with no team, no employees, and he already sold one of those sites for a mid-six-figure sum under NDA. Episode 3, OwnTheYard.com, 18,000 visitors a month, $5,210 in monthly income, earning more than most YouTube channels with 1 million subscribers. Why? Because his traffic is owned, not rented, not borrowed from an algorithm. His episode 4, we went deeper. We talked about why silence is the strategy, WHO's privacy, siloed Google accounts, LLC formation before domain registration, and why the most sophisticated operators in this space sell through brokers under NDA, not on Twitter. Each episode we go one level deeper. Today, we go all the way. I want you to think about something. Most people spend their entire working life building someone else's asset. You show up, you put in the hours, you grow the revenue, you make the company more valuable. And when it's time to sell, someone else gets the check. That's not a criticism. That's just how employment works. But here's what I need you to understand. The people we cover on this show, they cracked a different code. They figured out that you can spend the same number of hours building something you own, something that produces income whether you work that day or not, something that compounds in value over time, and something that when you're ready, you can sell. And when you sell a website, the math is completely different than anything most people have ever experienced. Here's how it works. Websites sell for what's called a multiple of monthly net profit. Right now, healthy content sites with own traffic and clean monetization are selling for anywhere from 30 to 42 months of net profit. Let that land. If your site makes $3,000 a month in profit, that site could sell for $90,000 to $126,000. If your site makes $5,000 a month, you're looking at $150,000 to $210,000. If your site makes $10,000 a month, that's a $300,000 to $400,000 asset from a laptop, from articles about something people search for on Google, from traffic you own. That is the revelation this show keeps building toward. And our case study today lived it. Here is what people get wrong about niche sites. They think the goal is monthly income. It's not. Monthly income is the proof of concept. Monthly income is what you show the buyer. Monthly income is what makes the asset valuable. But the goal, if you're playing this at the highest level, is the exit. Our operator today understood this from the beginning. She didn't build a hobby site. She didn't build a passion project. She built a business with the intention of selling it. And that one shift in mindset changed everything about how she built. Here's what she did differently. First, she chose a niche based on monetization ceiling, not personal interest. Everyone tells you to build a site in something you're passionate about. That's fine advice if your goal is to enjoy writing blog posts. But if your goal is to build an asset worth selling, you choose your niche the way an investor chooses a market. She looked at average CPC, cost per click, in Google Ads. She found a niche where advertisers were paying $12 to $18 per click. Because if advertisers are paying that much to reach those readers, Mediavine will pay you well to put their ads in front of those same readers. She wasn't writing about her hobbies. She was writing about what the market would pay to read. Second, she built for exit from day one. That means clean analytics, one Google Analytics account, one Search Console account, clear traffic attribution, clean books, all revenue documented, every month tracked. Because when a buyer's broker does due diligence on your site, they are going through 12 months of data with a fine-tooth comb. Messy data kills deals. Clean data multiplies your multiple. She kept her books like she expected someone to audit them in 3 years, because she did. Third, she grew to Mediavine, then held. She hit the Mediavine traffic threshold, 50,000 sessions per month. And once those ads were running, she let the income compound for 18 months before she listed. Why 18 months? Because most serious buyers want to see at least 12 months of income history. 18 months of clean, stable, growing income from a premium ad network is a dream asset to acquire. She wasn't in a rush. Patience was part of the strategy. Fourth, she listed through a broker, not publicly. She didn't post in a Facebook group. She didn't announce it on Reddit. She didn't tell anyone she was selling. She contacted a reputable digital asset broker, submitted her financials, and let them run a private sale process. The buyer signed an NDA before they even saw the domain name. 43 days later, the wire cleared. $200,000 for a website in a niche so boring, most people would scroll past it without a second thought. Let me close the loop on this case. She started with a $200 domain. She spent the first 6 months writing content consistently. No traffic, no income, just work. Month 7, Google started indexing. Traffic crept in. Month 12, she hit Ezoic's threshold and turned on display ads. First month revenue, $240. Month 18, she applied to Mediavine. Accepted. Income jumped to $1,200 a month overnight. Month 24, $5,000 a month, consistent, growing. Month 30, she got her first inbound inquiry from a buyer. She ignored it, not ready. Month 42, she contacted a broker. Financials submitted, private listing created. Month 44, sale closed, $200,000. NDA signed, total investment, a $200 domain, a hosting plan, and time. The return, 1,000 to 1. And here's the part that matters for you. She is not exceptional. She is not a coder. She is not an SEO expert with 20 years of experience. She did not have startup capital or venture backing. She learned the system. She followed it. She stayed quiet about it, and she got paid. That is repeatable. Every episode ends with the blueprint. 5 steps, no filler. Let's go. Step 1, choose your niche like an investor, not a hobbyist. Go to the Google Keyword Planner. Find topics where advertisers are paying high cost per click. Finance, legal, insurance, health, home improvement, B2B software. These are the niches where ad networks pay the most per page view. Passion is great, but profit follows advertiser demand. Pick a niche you can write about consistently where the money is already flowing. Step 2. Set up your infrastructure clean and quiet from day one. New LLC registered before you buy the domain. Voice privacy locked on at registration, not added later. Separate Google account, separate browser profile, separate email for every vendor. And if you need help setting this up in a way that keeps your operation protected from the start, Arcano Labs built an entire silent operator setup guide for this exact moment. We'll talk about that in a minute. Step 3, build to Mediavine. not just to traffic. Your goal isn't just visitors. Your goal is 50,000 monthly sessions so you can qualify for Mediavine, the premium ad network that pays 3 to 5 times more than Google AdSense per page view. Every piece of content you publish should be aimed at a keyword your target audience is actively searching for. Informational content, buyer intent content, comparison content, build for search. Own the traffic. Step 4. Run it like a business you plan to sell. Clean Google Analytics. Clean Search Console. Monthly profit and loss tracked from day one. Document everything a buyer would want to see. Traffic sources, revenue breakdown, content production process, vendor list. If your site looked like a product on a shelf, would a serious buyer pick it up? Build toward yes. Step 5. When you're ready to exit, go quiet, go through a broker. Do not announce the sale. Do not post about it. Do not ask for opinions in online communities. Find a reputable digital asset broker. Empire Flippers, Motion Invest, Flippa's premium tier. Submit your financials and let them run the process. Require an NDA before the domain is revealed. Negotiate your multiple. Get the wire. Move on to the next build. That is the full cycle. Build, hold, grow, sell, repeat. Every episode, I point you to the same tool, not because I want you to sign up for something, because I genuinely believe this is the platform built for the way the people on this show operate. Arcano Labs. It's not a social media scheduler. It's not a blogging platform. It's not a course. Arcano Labs is built for silent operators, people who build real income online and protect what they build. They have a silent operator guarantee. That means they will never reveal your sites, your niches, your income, or your strategy. Not to other clients, not publicly, not ever. They have an AI assistant named Anaya who can help you map your build from niche selection to content architecture to your first Mediavine application. And they have a setup process that walks you through the infrastructure steps we covered today: LLC formation, WOIS privacy, siloed accounts, all of it. If you're ready to start building the right way, go to arcanolabs.ai, create your account. Tell Anaya you're starting from scratch or that you already have a site. She'll meet you where you are. The link is in the description. And if you want to sit down with me directly, one-on-one, to map out your first site or your next exit, Anaya can book that consultation too. Do not sleep on this. The people we cover on this show started the same place you are right now. The difference is they started $200,000 from a $200 domain. She didn't go viral. She didn't build a following. She didn't ask anybody for permission. She built in silence. She earned in peace. And when she was ready, she cashed out. That is what this show is about. Not overnight success, not get rich quick. The long, quiet, disciplined build that most people don't have the patience for, but the ones who do, they change their lives. I'm Paul M. Barber. Subscribe so you don't miss episode 6, because the next case study goes even deeper.